Sorry I got cut off, but I had a phone call that I had to take and it was very important for a job interview. But what I was saying with Louis, he is allowed to say most of the time what he wants to say. When he said that he was upset that fans were trending the Luana thing, he had a right to be upset because he obviously loves Eleanor and he wants the best for her and he doesn't want her to be treated like crap by the fans. He wants her to be accepted because he's a part of her. When they're together, they're a part of each other. If you can't accept the both parts, then you can just bug off. You can bug off. Okay? And when you start accusing things of like being a diva, him becoming a twat, those are not my words. I would never call him that ever. And you're saying things like, "Oh, he's changed. He doesn't care about the fans anymore." He's just upset that people are freaking out about his every little move. And if he's always been a brutally honest person, he's not going to stop being a brutally honest person just because he's been thrust into the spotlight. I give him props for being able to keep being himself. If he wasn't being himself, then I would get really upset. And if I really thought he was changing, I wouldn't be making this video right now to tell you that I don't think he is. He is just as grateful as those 4 other boys that are up on that stage. Yes, he's a little moody, but I'm pretty sure everybody gets a little moody, and when you get into a mood like that, it's hard to get out of it. And then when you have someone who's yelling at you at a restaurant saying, "Yo, pay attention," or whatever happened, you saw what Eleanor wrote. He did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. He was just really upset. So maybe he felt like broadcasting to the world. It happens. Sometimes people make mistakes. I really don't see why people don't think, like, he's human. He makes mistakes. And I know that deep down that boy has good intentions. Okay? He will always have good intentions. Don't tell me he doesn't care if he didn't tweet people today. He did. If he didn't follow people today, he did. And when I met him, he was one of the sweetest boys I've ever met. Those 5 boys are some of the sweetest guys I will ever meet in my life, and I will never forget that because when I talked to Lou, he was so nice to me. He smiled at me. He laughed at what I said. He was so nice. All the boys, they were so nice, and I don't get what people are saying. They've changed. They're so mean. They don't care. They don't do this. They don't that. Blah blah blah. Like, come on. I'm sorry if you've had a bad experience with the boys, but I'm pretty sure it's just because they had an off day or something went wrong or they weren't feeling too great. And they had a right during that media tour 2 months ago. That was the longest they've been away from home in their lives. Like, that's okay. If I was away from home for like 5 or 6 weeks at a time, I would probably be freaking out. I've almost done that at college, but then again, I've been home every few weeks, so it's not like that big of a deal. But when you're like a continent away from your family, of course you're going to be upset. And you need to cut them some slack, especially Lou. And I get defensive because he's the one I connect with the most, and I love him to death. So people need to like lay off. They're on tour, they're tired, they need a break. They still love you no matter what. If they didn't love you, they wouldn't have said it on tour every single night. Both times I saw them, they were actually 3 times I've seen them, they were so incredibly grateful for the fans and everything they do because without them, without us, they wouldn't be there. And that's 100% true. So if you guys would just lay off and like, join with me, just lay off, boys, just cut them some slack. They all have good intentions, and sometimes things happen, and people need to realize that. And they haven't changed. We just need to learn to respect the boys, respect their families. Don't believe anything that other people say unless them or management or their families say it. And then you need to respect their significant others. We need to stop making up rumors about them, and we need to stop pretending to be them on Twitter. It's just getting ridiculous. And I love all the directioners because I've made so many amazing friends through Twitter and Tumblr and all the shows that I've been to and the signings and people like talk about it. Like, I'm wearing my shirt right now, okay? Come on, like, I love them. I love people as much as the next person, but if you're going to do silly things like the things I just mentioned on public outlets where everybody can see it and misconstrue it, it's wrong. So I think we all need to calm down. We need to show some peace, some love, and some 1D happiness for everyone. Alright? Sound good? Okay. Bye.